if you're scared to lose someone just because you think that they're not meant for you, just let me tell you that someone who's meant for you won't make you feel like you have to let them go. Something or someone that's meant for you will feel easy, will feel flowing. You won't have to worry about if the other person is gonna get upset if you set boundaries or not. They are not gonna make you feel like it's very hard to be with them, and they won't make you feel like you have to let them go. So do not be scared of losing someone just because you feel like, what if they're meant for me? What if they are the person for me? They're not. Because if they were, they wouldn't make you feel like they were not meant for you, and they wouldn't make you feel like you have to let them go. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Sakshi, and today I'm gonna talk about two things. First is about missing someone, and the second is to let someone go. And I think for in this matter, letting someone go, I was also really struggling with this because I was thinking, what if they're meant for me? What if this person is for me? And what if they carry great value? First of all, if the person is meant for you, they won't make you feel like you have to let them go. When someone's meant for you, it is very easy, it is very convenient to talk to them. If you are hesitating to open up about something, if you do not feel safe with them, they are not meant for you. If you do not feel comfortable with them to talk about anything, they are not meant for you. Because someone who is meant for you, you literally overshare. Except for the people who are really private. People like me, if I click with someone, I just feel so safe that I tell them everything. Not about all the trauma and shit, but I'm very comfortable talking about that too. So if someone is meant for you, they're not gonna make you feel like, should I tell them this or not? Are they gonna get upset over this? Are they gonna care about me or not? Because I feel like when someone's not meant for you, you're really scared that they're gonna get upset or they're gonna take your boundaries personally. When someone is meant for you, they take everything with an open heart. You vibe with them. Your energy matches with their energy. But when someone is not meant for you, you are restless. You are constantly thinking if I should let them go or not. Because someone who is meant for you, they won't make you feel like you have to let them go. Someone who is meant for you will never make you feel like you have to let them go. Because you feel good with them. Your energy is high with them. Also, put yourself first. I feel like in a world which runs on using people, which runs with using other people, I think putting yourself first is the best weapon to protect yourself. We apologize too much. If I am putting my needs first, I apologize. I sometimes really do apologize. I'm like, I'm sorry, but no, this is not gonna work out. Why are you sorry? Why am I apologizing for something that is not meant for me and I'm just making it straight? Why am I apologizing for choosing something that benefits me? Why am I apologizing for letting something go which is not benefiting me? Stop apologizing too much. I feel like we apologize too much when we put ourselves first because we are too comfortable with putting others first. We are too comfortable being selfless. We are too comfortable putting our needs behind other people's needs. But we need to get comfortable putting our needs first. In a world which benefits from people putting themselves behind other people, I think it is a great weapon. Like, putting yourself first is a great weapon to protect yourself. It is a kind of protection. It is a kind of guidance when you are just like, no, I'm not going to choose this because this does not benefit me. This is not helping me grow. So I need to let this go because this makes me feel stuck. This makes me feel low. And this is taking too much of my mind. I think you need to realize that this thing or person is really not going to stay anyway. If they are not meant for you, just let them go. Don't be scared. Let them go. There are so many other people. Do not settle for someone that makes you feel like you are not like that makes you feel like you cannot talk to them about anything, or maybe about everything. If you cannot talk to that person about every single thing in your life, they're not meant for you. Just let them go. Okay, do not be scared of losing someone who is not meant for you. I think also I want to talk about that you're not stupid for missing someone. I feel like we feel so stupid sometimes when we miss someone, and I think missing someone just shows how much you cared about them. Missing someone just shows how much you loved them. It doesn't show how stupid you are for not moving on time, for not moving on with your life. You're not stupid for missing someone. Also realize the difference between missing someone and just getting the memories. I think our minds plays so many tricks on us. It just flashes memories back to back, and you need to realize that I miss this person, but I do not want this person back in my life. I do miss someone. I do miss people. I miss people a lot, but I also know that they're not meant for me. I'm not meant for them. I'm not good for them. They're not good for me. So I do not want them back in my life. They are just feelings. I just miss them. They are just memories from the past. They are not proof for you to let them back into your life. They are not proof for you to hope for them to return. I'm just gonna tell you this straight. They are not coming back into your life. And I think it is such a good thing that they're not coming back into your life, because who knows how much you'll get destroyed by just their presence. I thought of this analogy कि when I was driving, I was thinking कि कभी कभार when you're driving, like to get saved from that big gaddha, you really slow down your car so that your car does not get much of a bump, you know. That's how God works. He takes you through that big hole in the road very slowly and gracefully so that you don't get stuck. Because if you try to put so much race, if you try to like speed up your car car will get stuck, or maybe it will take a big bump that will affect you more. So God takes you through it slowly so that you doesn't stay there forever, so that you doesn't get stuck in that hole forever. Go through it slowly, go through it gracefully, just do not hope for them to return. I feel like when we miss someone, it also sometimes urges us to take them back into your life, or to chase them, or to beg them to come back into our life. We're not gonna beg anyone to come back into our life, because we are so much more than that. You are so much more than just a person that you lost. Because I also think of it this way: if my mind is saying that you lost someone so beautiful. If, for example, my mind is saying you lost someone so beautiful, they were so good for you, and like if I lost them, they lost me too. If I lost someone who was so good, they lost someone who was so good for them too. If I lost someone who was so special, they lost someone who was so special too. I am not just below someone just because I let someone go. I also feel like letting someone go is harder when the other person is not toxic or not bad, like not a bad person. When the other person is a normal person, that is harder to let that person, then it is harder to let that person go, because you have no proof, like you don't have any proper evidence that you need to let this person go, or this person is not good for you. I think the other person does not need to be a toxic person for you to let them go, and they do not need to be a bad person to not be meant for you. The other person doesn't need to be a bad person for you to know that they are not meant for you, because they are just not the person for you. I think sometimes we just need to tell ourselves that they are not the person for me. And I think vibes are so important. The energy between two people is so important. You need to really just consider what is going on between you two. What is the vibe? How you feel when you're with that person? Because if you feel upset, if you feel low, if you do not feel like, if you do not feel happy, if you do not feel like you're vibrating on a high level, I think you need to let that person go. Not because they're toxic or bad, just because they're not for you, just because they do not match your energy, just because you guys are not vibing. You do not need a toxic person. You do not need a person to be toxic to let them go. You do not need a person to be a bad person to let them go. You just need to let them go because they're not the person for you. They're not your person. You're not stupid for missing someone, and you're not stupid for letting someone go who wasn't a bad person. You are not a bad person for letting a good person go, because you know that they were not for you. No matter how special they are, no matter how good they are, no matter how mature of a person they are just not the person for you. And I think that is enough for you to know that, okay, we need to let this person go. They are not for us. And maybe there's a person who's not a better person, but a person who will vibe with you better, who is a person for you. A person doesn't need to be bad or toxic to not be meant for you. You get me? Like, they do not need to be a bad person to not be meant for you. They're just not your person. Let them go. Do not feel stupid for missing someone. Missing someone is a very normal, common thing. But always remember, do not let them back into your life, and do not hope for their return. It is protection, it is guidance, it is good for you, because you don't know how much you'll ruin yourself. You don't know how much you'll destroy yourself just with their presence in your life. You don't know how much that person will ruin you if they come back. So choose what benefits you, choose your growth over people, and keep choosing yourself again and again. Thank you. Bye bye.